You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, it's very clear in Cleveland things are devolving very, very quickly. What's the progression with Deshaun Watson? Is there any? We don't know. And Browns fans don't know. They'd love to know. There's a $230 million fully guaranteed investment there. I did a video yesterday morning where we laid out the fact that there's just no way out of this. There's no escape. The Browns are in a contractual nightmare with Deshaun Watson, and he's not playing. And when he does play, and that's the most concerning thing at this point, when he does play, he's awful. He does not look like a starting quarterback in the NFL, never mind a franchise quarterback, never mind a quarterback you're expecting to lead a team. He's dropped in the PFF rankings. We'll look at that. And, wow, it's just really ugly. Now, enter in a former Browns draft pick, a first-round draft pick. Now, people always love to sort of crap on these quarterbacks that didn't do a lot in their NFL careers, but the fact is, most of those quarterbacks are the ones that become very damn good NFL analysts, coaches, quarterback coaches, offensive coordinators. Ken Dorsey's a coordinator, offensive coordinator for the Bills. Brian Griese, quarterback coach for the San Francisco 49ers. Right? Now, Griese had a solid NFL career, but it was nothing great. Well, Brady Quinn, that's right, Brady Quinn, Notre Dame legend. Of course, he works for Fox Sports. Came out and absolutely eviscerated Deshaun Watson yesterday. And Deshaun Watson's private quarterbacks coach got involved. Did he help him set up the massages? ? Yeah, I kid. Brady Quinn was not shy in this conversation. He crushed Deshaun Watson and Deshaun Watson's private quarterback coach. What are you getting paid to do exactly? Because the performance on the field makes it look like he has no coach. Any coaches. Zero coaches. Let's get to this. This is, man, it's getting ugly in Cleveland at quarterback. It really is. Brady Quinn beefs with Deshaun Watson's private coach. Quote, how about we massage this conversation? Unquote. Wow. Okay. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I mean, Cleveland Browns, Jimmy Haslam, he asked for this by making this deal. And as good as Deshaun Watson was with Houston, let's be honest, he quit on Houston. He just quit. And sometimes, even on the field, it's like, is he quiet quit on this team? Is he quiet quit on the Cleveland Browns? The Cleveland Browns put a lot of money and their reputation on the line when they traded for quarterback Deshaun Watson to become the face of the franchise in the wake of rampant sexual misconduct and harassment claims made by over 20 masseuses. By the way, still got one against him out there. So far, it has not paid off. I don't know. They asked the question if it ever could. That's a great question to begin with. Was this destined to fail? It looked like a train wreck from the outside looking in. Watson was having a rough 2023 NFL season and had to miss several games due to a rotator cuff strain in his throwing shoulder. It's a contusion. Then, of course, the other day, he left the game after a hard hit. Kevin Stefanski did not let him come back in the game, supposedly. I don't know that I believe that, to be quite honest. I wonder if Watson really wanted to come back in the game. You know, he was medically cleared, supposedly. And right after the game, Stefanski said he's going to start against the Seahawks. And then the very next day, Stefanski moonwalked that back and said, well, he's day-to-day. Well, which is it? Well, I mean, what's going on here? On the season, so far, the Browns are last in the NFL in QBR and passer rating. Wow. 33.9, passer rating 61. Criticism has been coming all season for Watson, who signed a 5-year contract worth $230 million, fully guaranteed. Fox Sports pundit Brady Quinn is the latest sports media figure. Really? Latest? I mean, for the longest time, it's only been about the last 2 weeks that people actually in media has been calling out Deshaun Watson. He's been wrapped in bubble wrap, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the media has protected Deshaun Watson till just recently. Fox Sports pundit Brady Quinn is the latest sports media figure to call out the quarterback for underperforming, questioning recently on the Two Pros and a Cup of Joe show whether or not Watson actually wants to give 100% now that he's got a huge contract. Boy, he raises a good point here. Quote, everyone with a medical opinion has cleared Deshaun Watson, said Quinn. The situation is almost similar to a kid getting a $230 million trust fund. You ask them to go get a job, and they have no incentive to do it. That's a great point. I mean, what's the incentive to actually go out there and play? That caught the attention of Quincy Avery, Watson's private quarterbacks coach and oft public defender. Quote, Brady, I'm going to be real. You don't know what the bleep you are talking about and sit behind a microphone gossiping like a little high school chick, Avery wrote on X. That set off a back and forth between the two. Come talk to me anytime you want in person, Quinn. In response, quote, open invitation. I just seen you Saturday, responded Avery. I don't have anything I want to talk to you about. I'm telling you, you are talking about things you don't know. Talking on another man who doesn't know you is weak. Well, Brady Quinn destroyed him after that. Quote, well, I didn't see you, added Quinn. And when Avery asked what the Fox Sports Radio's host point was, the former Notre Dame quarterback decided to go nuclear. Point being, Brady Quinn answered, quote, how about we massage this conversation and get it to a happy ending, question mark. Does that sound satisfactory? Woo-wee. Rather than keep the fight going, Avery went with the quote response. This, the joke you was dying to let fly. We can table the conversation until I see you in person. Well, I can tell you one thing about Brady Quinn. He's not bothered by you, okay? He's just not bothered by you. So that brings us over to Deshaun Watson after he got obliterated by Brady Quinn. I still don't understand the correlation, people not understanding that some of these former quarterbacks that didn't make it for whatever reason in the NFL don't make great analysts. A lot of them are excellent analysts and excellent coaches. So Deshaun Watson, in case you don't remember, was up in this range right here, this 21-16 range the other day. But, of course, the other day, before he actually got pulled out, he was a disaster. He was 1 for 5 with 2 interceptions. And I think they ultimately ruled that one of the interceptions actually got dropped, even though he literally threw it straight to the guy, straight to the Indianapolis Colts player, just threw it right to him. Right to him. I don't know what Watson was looking at, but you're seeing the this is Pro Football Focus's quarterback rankings, and Deshaun Watson is now dropped to 26th in the rankings. Congratulations. You've got Jordan Love, who I did a video on yesterday, probably do another one. He's a disaster. You got Josh Dobbs, Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor has now moved ahead of Deshaun Watson. Ryan Tannehill, who can't play dead right now. Ryan Tannehill, who is a disaster ever since the Titans traded A.J. Brown, is now ahead of Deshaun Watson. This could not go any worse if you scripted it like a Hollywood story of tragedy for the Cleveland Browns. And I mean, look, Brady Quinn is like a lot of us. If you've got two eyeballs, you watch the games, you've seen the games that Deshaun Watson has played in. He's been back for, I believe it's 10 total games now. It's a disaster. It really is. It's bad. And this Cleveland Browns franchise, as we chronicled yesterday, they're handcuffed for 4 years. 4 years. I mean, 63-point-something million a year in a dead cap hit. If they were to cut him after this season, it's $137 million out the door. I mean, truly bad. Over 50% of the total 2024 projected salary cap. Boof. Gone. I said yesterday the only way they can get out of this is if they draft and hit on a later round quarterback where the salary's not out of hand and they can afford to have both of them on the roster. And then just, I mean, literally Deshaun Watson is wearing clown makeup and a clown wig sitting on the Browns bench at that point. You know, whether or not he would negotiate some sort of a buyout or whatever, I doubt it. But, and I've wondered about this ever since he got fully guaranteed money. What's his incentive to play? And Brady Quinn's asking, what is your incentive to play exactly? You don't have to earn your money now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.